everyone, Dave back with you today, and I've got something a little off the beaten path here. It is a multifunctional tactical trekking pole. Now I've been seeing these things online and they seem pretty cool for hiking because it's more than just a pole or a hiking stick. These are tactical in that they have various functions built into them with various tools and let's say maybe even weapons. At the very end of the walking stick here, you have a compass built into the top of the handle. I'll zoom in on all of this in just a few seconds, but it's a good aluminum piece of material here. It comes in a pouch where everything fits into this. It's not terribly heavy. I will drop the weight into the video at some point along with a link and a price. Here's another section, another section, another section. So there are 4 or 5 sections of this pole, and I'll put them all together and it feels like some more stuff down in this pouch. Let me zoom in and take it out and show you. Alright, so let me show you the tactical elements of this walking stick. First, you have what will be the end piece that will go on the trail that has a metal point on the end for digging into the trail. This will be the top handle. This looks like it'll be a middle section, and we'll tighten that in here. And there are some O-rings in here to make it seal nice and tightly, and presumably is waterproof. And now each of these sections is going to have its own little tool. This is like a spear or like a gigging type tool, which is kind of neat. You can attach this onto the end of one of these sections, and you can have it as a one section thing or a multi-section, and you have a spear type weapon. In another section you have a saw with a bottle opener, and it's nice and sturdy. It's a nice grade of steel, I would say. So again, you can turn this into a saw if you need that. And then let's see what this last section has. It's like another type of stabbing tool. It's a sharp arrow with a kind of a gig on it. So if you need a tool like that, you have that as well. So let me put this whole thing together and show you what it looks like fully assembled. And then here you have the compass at the end of the handle. Okay, and now that I have this whole thing put together, there's more to it. You'll see this thing stands at 43 inches tall. Alright, so it is about the right height for hiking, at least for me. And once you have all the tools assembled in here, all you have to do is unscrew a section to get to the tool you want. Here's that sharp pokey arrow. Alright, so let me talk about this tactical hiking stick. It is a pretty good piece of equipment. It's got a compass in the handle, and if I untwist that, it has a little fire starter here that you can strike that with a knife or something steel, and that'll give you a spark to start a fire. If you unscrew that, oh, I just dropped the stick. If you unscrew that at the base, you have an emergency whistle. Alright. And that's good if you need help or you want to scare a bear away, whatever it is. And this part of the handle right here is hollow, it's empty, so you could stuff this full of matches or cotton or some sort of fire starter in a survival situation. That could be handy. And the various blades in here kind of stacked together. This thing comes apart in sections. And now my favorite part here is if I pull this out, I've got like a sharp dagger type thing here. You know, in survival situations, you can imagine where that might come in handy. And then if I unscrew the next section down, this is where I have installed the saw with a cutting blade and a knife and a bottle opener. So you can see where that would come in handy. And then in the next section down below that, we've got yet another type of gigging tool with some sharp arrows in it. So, you know, if you were spear fishing or something like that in a survival situation. Now this last section down here, I just left hollow. There's nothing in here. And the idea is with these hollow sections, you can store additional gear, or if you decide to take this all apart and put it back in its bag, you reverse these tools inside so they go into the handles, and then it all stacks together and can go into that little pouch. Now, what I have found here is, since I have it configured this way, I don't really see any point to ever take this apart. It's convenient enough to just toss it in my truck and grab it when I want to go. It's got a tungsten tip on it that is held up really well here now. Now, I usually just carry this horizontal to the ground while I'm hiking. I don't use it as an active pull. But every so often, going up slippery, muddy slopes or over rocks or whatnot, it's nice to put this thing down and have another anchor point, especially if you put it down on a steep slope and then put your foot above it. It's a way to get traction. So, again, I bought this with my own money on AliExpress. I've seen it for sale anywhere between about $16 and $22. I would say it's an excellent buy. Go check it out. I'll drop a link below. Yeah, tactical hiking stick.